Alright guys, so for today we have something really exciting, especially for the Reebok fans. As you guys can see in front of you, we have Reebok Classic limited box. Those of you that are familiar with Reebok and their boxes, they probably already know the kind of light brown recycled paper boxes are the normal, the GR boxes, and these blue ones with Reebok Classic written on top of it are pull-out boxes, and they are for the more limited edition sneakers. And without further ado, let me show you what it is. A little bit ripping off here because of the sticker or the tape was over it in the box, but that's not a big deal. As you can see, Bolton, my size 8.5, and this one is the charcoal white and magnetopop, or I will call them the red pair. So let me show you what they look like, and this is the original, one of the original colorways that released very limited in the States and more widely across Europe. So naturally I grabbed these from Sneakers and Stuff, SNS. Great deal. I think they were $60, so originally released at $120. So half price, can't go wrong, can't go wrong at all. I'm super pleased of this execution, and I'll talk to you about it. Let me pull the box to the side, and here they are. So everything about this model that I know. Now the Bolton, when came out originally in '91, was part of that first initial push from Reebok for the Hexalite. It was Hexalite was relatively new technology that came out around that time. Of course, they wanted to advertise it a lot. I quickly peeked inside and looked at the shoes, and I can see some differences from the original one. But at the same time, Reebok kept majority of it original. So let me talk to you and show you what it is. By the way, go through the size. And these are extremely comfortable. Like I thought the last extremely comfortable Reebok retro was the Ventilator, which I love and wear all the time. But this one uses a very interesting compound. I think it's something like Polylite and polyurethane mixed. I haven't seen it in other sneakers, to be honest, in a while or at all. Very soft, as you can see how it gives in, and it's on top of that, it's very thick, so when you put those in on your feet, it's literally like walking on clouds. You know, not as soft and as comfortable as the Zoom Talaria that I showed you in my previous videos, because obviously Phylon plus Zoom is it's just beating pretty much everything, but especially for the time. But this one is very, very comfortable. Trust me when I tell you, you're not gonna feel sorry if you get these and wear them all the time. So tour around the shoe, very close to the original materials, especially for those panels. This is how the original pairs came out, and this nylon kind of mesh material as well. This is exactly how it was on majority of my runners back in the day. I love that they brought that back. Unfortunately, the mesh right here on the forefoot or the toe box is not the same as it was before. Kind of represents it, but at the same time the pattern is a little bit different. But not big deal, you know, of course. Two of the major changes that I noticed while we are here, the original pair had the top two lace loops were metal or plastic, but they're definitely having inserts and were colored, representing the color of the shoe. And then there was another plastic lace loop that was going right here on the second lace loop, kind of similar to many of other basketball or training models they had at the time. I don't know why they omit those from the shoes. Probably because plastic kind of ages pretty fast and eventually they will break off, and they didn't want to put them back in here. But you know, it is what it is. It still looks pretty clean in my opinion, and they're looking great. Classic original logo on the ton with the Running Man. This is how Reebok around that time was putting their logos on different models. You know, you can see a Running Man, you can see a Basketball Man, or you know, tennis, whatever. Every shoe had this kind of a logo with the appropriate you know, sport. And inside, very plush, you know, not the padding that I remember from the old days, but still very plush. One thing to notice is that you cannot pull the insole out. It's kind of glued to the bottom, but when you push with your finger, it's actually very thick, and maybe the camera can see it here where the arch is. Quite a thick insole with a Hexalite obviously right there. You can see the size label right here, but I'm going to show you one interesting touch that I think it's the most cool thing ever they did in a while. Right here, as you can see, 8.5, produced in June 2015, so about a year ago. And this is what I was talking about. Boom, original 90s, even yellowed label. This is how Reebok shoes came back in the day, guys. I am super surprised that they put this little touch in here, because only old heads like me will recognize that, and I will be super geeked out because of it. But this is how it was back in the day. Simple sizes in different countries, made in wear, you know, and that's it. That was the label back in the day. You know, there was no codes, there was no dates of production, anything like that. But putting that on that tone, it really made my day. I was super excited when I saw it. Perforated tone, just like the original one. Very, very nice. And you know, also obviously Hexalite was the prime, you know, display right here with Hexalite writing. Of course, Hexalite is not the same as the original one. I've, you know, showed that many times in the other videos. Reebok. And kind of a, you know, gray and purple and black outsole. Again, I can't emphasize enough how comfortable these are. Try them on if you have a chance. I think Jimmy Jazz have some non-original colorways, and I think there will be plenty of other colorways coming out throughout the year. But try them on, you'll see how comfortable they are. These are really, really nice. Obviously, we have the Reserve keychain, which, you know, again, shows that they're limited. I have to say, you know, I'm very surprised by these. I think Reebok did an amazing job with small touches like that, like the label. And you know, looking around, there are not too many imperfections or inconsistencies or anything like that. I don't see any warpage or any, you know, glue all over the place. I think they're pretty on spot. Some more labels here. You know, this is because coming from Europe. This is for Europe right here, with the different explanations in different languages in the European Union. And of course, talking about the materials, same as this one. You know, no problems, no glue anywhere. Nice and proper Reebok logo in the heel. Very good material. I mean, perfect toe execution. Nothing crazy. I think these were definitely a big win, you know, and getting them in half price. I think even if you don't go and get them from SNS, you can probably scoop them off of eBay. I think I saw them around the same $60 price. You know, for the original colorway, man, this is just the steal price. You know, this is a super comfortable shoe and goes well with everything. Colorways are awesome and popping, so for the summer you're set to go. You know, in my humble opinion, this is one of the kind of surprise classics that Reebok decided to bring back, but at the same time, I'm very happy they did. It's one of those great shoes. And you know, the name Bolton comes from kind of the birthplace of Reebok. Bolton is, you know, located in the northwest. It's a city that's located in the northwest of UK, in England, around kind of like a greater Manchester area. You know, obviously they have a pretty good, at least back in the day, soccer team for Americans and football team for everybody else. So that's the name that comes from. And I definitely recommend these guys. You know, go ahead and grab a pair. You're not going to be disappointed. Can't emphasize enough how comfortable they are, and the price is right at the moment. So that's about it. Thanks everybody for the support. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. If you're new, subscribe. Stay tuned to collectivekicks.com for more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.